to face with Shadybug, Claw Noir, and their dark dimension. The Miraculous Multiverse, a battle in the dark dimension. It was an ordinary day in Paris when Marinette as Ladybug received an urgent call from Master Fu's successor. The alert was clear. Anomalies were appearing in Paris, indicating powerful magic disrupting reality itself. Just as Ladybug was puzzling over this new mystery, Cat Noir leaped down beside her, having sensed the same strange energy. "What's going on, Boogaboo?" Cat Noir asked, his green eyes glowing with concern. "I don't know, but something tells me we're about to find out." She reached for her yo-yo and sent a message to the magical source tracker, hoping for clues. The device crackled and sputtered before projecting a hologram of a new location. A strange, twisted version of Paris, dark and shadowy, with towering skyscrapers shrouded in a purple mist. "Welcome to the dark dimension," echoed a deep voice. Before Ladybug and Cat Noir could react, a portal opened up right before them, pulling them through with a force too strong to resist. Act 1. Entering the Dark Dimension. Ladybug and Cat Noir stumbled out of the portal and found themselves in an alternate version of Paris, where everything was cast in shades of gray, black, and purple. The Eiffel Tower loomed ominously in the distance, twisted and darkened. Just then, two figures stepped out from the shadows. "Welcome to our world, Ladybug and Cat Noir," Shadybug sneered, her voice dripping with sarcasm. She was dressed in a version of Ladybug's suit, but dark and foreboding, with cold, calculating eyes. Beside her was Claw Noir, his suit even darker, with an edgy, rebellious grin. "Who are you two?" Ladybug asked, both shocked and unnerved by the sight of her own twisted counterpart. "We're you," Claw Noir smirked. "Or, well, who you could have been if you had the guts to see the world for what it really is." He flexed his claws, his eyes filled with disdain. Before Ladybug and Cat Noir could respond, a booming voice interrupted them. "Enough!" The sound echoed across the darkened landscape, and a figure emerged from the shadows, clad in a black robe adorned with purple accents. The figure known as Subprime, ruler of the Dark Dimension. His Miraculous was a twisted version of the Butterfly Miraculous, dark and corrupt. Shadybug and Claw Noir bowed to him instantly, and he eyed Ladybug and Cat Noir with an icy stare. "You two have been a thorn in my side, and I can't have you meddling with my plans for ultimate control over all dimensions," Subprime announced. With a flick of his wrist, he summoned dark butterflies, their wings leaving trails of shadows as they swarmed around Ladybug and Cat Noir. Ladybug exchanged a look with Cat Noir. "Looks like we have no choice. We're taking this guy down." Act 2. An alliance with Shadybug and Claw Noir. As the battle commenced, Ladybug and Cat Noir struggled against Subprime's minions, barely managing to keep their footing as they dodged blasts of dark energy. They quickly realized that Subprime's powers were too strong to face alone. Shadybug and Claw Noir watched the battle, looking smugly entertained, until Ladybug managed to land a lucky strike, shattering one of Subprime's shadow minions. This caught Shadybug's attention, a flicker of something crossing her face, a look almost like hope. Ladybug, seizing the moment, called out to Shadybug. "Listen to me. He's using you two as pawns to gain power. You don't have to fight for him. Help us, and we can make sure he never controls anyone ever again." Claw Noir scoffed, but Shadybug hesitated, her eyes flicking to Subprime, who was barking orders and treating them with cold disdain. Something inside her shifted, and she met Ladybug's gaze. "What's your plan?" Shadybug asked. "Distract him, and we'll take him out together," Ladybug replied, offering her hand. Claw Noir rolled his eyes but nodded, secretly eager to see Subprime lose his grip on this world. With a quick nod, Shadybug and Claw Noir joined forces with Ladybug and Cat Noir. They launched a surprise attack, each of them using their unique powers to weaken Subprime's defenses. Act 3. The Final Showdown. As the battle raged on, the combined forces of Ladybug, Cat Noir, Shadybug, and Claw Noir managed to push Subprime to the edge of his limits. Furious, he unleashed a massive surge of dark energy, trapping the four heroes in a cage of shadows. Ladybug tried to break free, but the shadows only tightened around them. "Did you really think you could defeat me?" Subprime sneered. "You're all just children playing with power you can't control." Just as it seemed all hope was lost, Ladybug noticed a faint glow coming from Shadybug's suit. The power of the Miraculous within her had started to react to their teamwork. transforming the darkness within her into something pure and powerful. Shadybug, Ladybug whispered, use your miraculous power. Channel it to break free of the darkness. Shadybug focused, summoning all her strength. She closed her eyes, and a beam of pure light erupted from her miraculous, shattering the shadow cage. Claw Noir, inspired by her resolve, followed suit, and soon they were all free. Together, the four of them launched a final attack on Subprime. Cat Noir and Claw Noir combined their cataclysm powers, destabilizing Subprime's defenses, while Ladybug and Shadybug struck together, using their yo-yos to ensnare and disarm him. Subprime, now weakened, let out a final scream as his powers collapsed, disintegrating into nothingness. The dark clouds above began to clear, and a soft glow of sunlight broke through the gloom. Act 4. Saying Goodbye. With Subprime defeated, the dark dimension began to crumble, its twisted magic unraveling. Shadybug and Claw Noir watched as their world slowly returned to a normal, brighter version of Paris. Thank you, Shadybug said softly, glancing at Ladybug. I never thought I'd say this, but you showed me a different path. Ladybug smiled, reaching out to place a comforting hand on Shadybug's shoulder. You always have a choice. Remember that. Claw Noir rolled his eyes, though there was a softness in his expression. Yeah. Enough with the mushy stuff. You two should probably get back before this world decides to collapse with you in it. Cat Noir gave Claw Noir a smirk and extended his fist. Not bad, Shadow Me. We actually make a pretty good team. Claw Noir hesitated, then tapped his fist against Cat Noir's, muttering, Don't get used to it. As the portal back to Paris opened, Ladybug and Cat Noir took one last look at their dark counterparts. Take care of your world, Ladybug said, nodding to Shadybug. We will, Shadybug replied, a small, genuine smile on her face. With that, Ladybug and Cat Noir stepped through the portal, leaving the dark dimension behind. Epilogue, Home Sweet Home. Back in their Paris, the two heroes landed on the familiar rooftops, looking out over the bright, beautiful city. Ladybug sighed in relief, and Cat Noir grinned, stretching his arms. Another day, another multiverse saved, he joked. Ladybug laughed, feeling a warmth in her heart, knowing they'd made a real difference. I think we might have even made a couple of friends, she said, smiling. Friends in high places, or dark places, as it were. Cat Noir chuckled. Then he turned to Ladybug, his expression more serious. No matter what, Boogaboo, I'm glad we're always in this together. Ladybug nodded, feeling the same way. They shared a quiet, grateful moment, gazing out over their city. They knew there would be more battles ahead, but for now they were simply glad to be home. The end. Protect the world from any threat. Protect the world from any threat. Protect the world from any threat.